Hi and welcome to Predict the Score, the channel where 5 football fans see if it actually is possible to predict the score of every game in a Premier League season. This week, is Pochettino going to get the sack when Man City thrashed Chelsea? Hi and welcome back to Predict the Score. This week it's match day 25, which is the weekend games, and we've got a Monday night game again. Okay, right. Let's quickly look how we did on match day 24 games, which was last week. And we'll go Phil.
Point. That was last
You got a
night,
point.
wasn't it?
You got a correct result for Palace Chelsea, just about. You got nothing for Villa versus.
That was high. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mr. Lover, the Villa fan, isn't here this week, so he can't be here. Can't be here to enjoy that, unfortunately. Big man Stato, he got a correct result for Liverpool, Burnley, and nothing for Luton versus Sheffield. So he got 1 point as well. Mr. Lover, unfortunately not here. One correct result, Forest, Newcastle. Nothing for West Ham versus Arsenal. So again, 1 point for him.
He said a draw, didn't he?
Kino Dino Bosch.
Yes.
Correct score
Yes.
for Spurge. Or Spuds, as Mr. Stato called it, Spuds versus Brighton. And nothing for Wolves, Brentford, so that's a good 3 points for you.
Yes.
It's good for you.
Me, I'm backing it. I'm backing the game. Two correct results. City and Everton. City, Everton, Fulham, Bournemouth, so I got 2 points, which puts us back on the table. Table is up on the screen. Dave, 9 point lead.
Yeah. Ooh.
9 point lead.
Doing a City.
Looking
Just
good,
gapping, putting the gap bigger.
I'm putting the pressure back on Mr. Lover there with 28 points. Phil, unfortunately, wooden spoon spot at the moment, 25.
2 years running.
Hey.
You're so unlucky.
I know you are.
So unlucky.
Come on, plenty of games to go.
Yeah,
plenty of games
still
to go. Right, let's move on to the weekend's games and Monday night's game.
Yeah.
Phil, you've got Brentford versus Liverpool and Fulham versus Villa, which is a tricky game now. I think it's a tricky game.
Yeah. We'll start with Brentford, Liverpool.
Yes.
I mean, you would say a banker,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Really?
Yeah,
But
We'll see. You don't know with football, do you?
you never know. Crack
So-
on.
Brentford, a bit hit and miss at the
But
moment.
Ivan Toney, they did win 2-0. Was it 2-0 or 2-1? I can't remember. The weekend.
Yes, they won.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. But did you see that interview the other day with Ivan Toney?
No.
Basically, the Brentford manager basically saying that you've only got 6 months left.
Yeah,
That's
he's
it.
gone. They've admitted that Tony's
So
going.
He's getting the impression that he's not wanted.
Why give it 100% if you're not wanted, isn't it?
It's a bit of a weird one.
It is
Well,
weird.
I think they're admitting that Tony's going because they're going to cash in big time on it.
They are.
They're going to get 100 million
Yeah.
for him, so they're also going to
Yeah.
cash in. Brentford, you got to remember, Brentford are still quite a small team,
Yeah.
and 100 million to them make a big difference.
Liverpool have to win, though, because the keeper.
Yeah, they've got to.
Liverpool
They've got to.
They have to win. I think they will. They are looking good, aren't they? Really. I know. Obviously, they lost against Arsenal. They approached that game
All wrong.
all wrong.
Yeah.
I think it didn't help with certain players not there as well, because I think Bradley, his dad, he wasn't there, and
True.
he's doing well in
Yeah,
that right
true.
back position.
True.
Yeah, but if I know, and respect to him for not being there because of his dad, but Liverpool should have squad depth.
Yeah, they
you look
should
at
do.
City.
They got
City
Trent,
could have
haven't they?
3 top players out and still put 3 decent
Yeah.
players back in.
Yeah.
So it's different. That's the difference between winning the league and not.
Yeah.
Is squad
I
depth.
totally agree. But yeah, this I think it's pretty simple, really. I'm going to go for Brentford 0.
You don't think Brentford are going to score?
I don't. I think Liverpool, after that defeat, they're going to come on strong, and I'm going to put Liverpool 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're going Brentford 0, Liverpool 3. Wow. Okay, that's a bold one. I think Mr. Tony will have
Nice.
some. I think
Next one's fun for you. He ain't here to talk about it. So it's
Fulham
good.
versus Villa, which again we played, is a tricky
Yes.
game now. Fulham are
We
going to be
all-
up for that.
Thank God for that. Carl's not here, so he doesn't have to blabber on. Sorry, Carl.
We know they were a wave record, don't we?
It's enough to put you to sleep, isn't it, Carl? This is a tough game.
It is now.
This is a tough game.
Fulham are up for
are
it.
playing well.
They did win at the weekend as well, didn't
They
they?
Yeah,
did. Yeah. Villa. I mean, what's going on? They're on that sort of
Yeah.
downhill slope.
Could be a
maybe.
slippery slide.
I honestly don't know with this one. I'd like Fulham to win.
Go on. This is your prediction, Phil. Your thoughts. Your
Do you know
prediction.
what? But I'm going to go with Fulham 1, I'm going to go with Villa too.
Oh, he's not happy with that. Can you tell?
You can tell you're not happy saying that.
I just think.
You know, if Fulham win now, you'll be gutted that you didn't.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You need the points for
I
them.
need the points, but just Villa.
Yeah, okay.
They're going to come back.
Righto, right, on to Stato's games. Big man. He's got Burnley versus Arsenal. He sent some information in. Right, he's got Arsenal 3 points all day. Superb against the Hammers, and he says another claret and blue team will get a hiding. These are the matches that cost Arsenal last year. Games like this cost Arsenal points in the title race last year. And he says Declan Rice has added a backbone and stability that Arsenal lacked last season, and he's a top player. I think we can all agree. Yeah. I don't know, something about him I don't quite gel with, but he's got to admit he's a top
Scored a good
player.
goal.
Absolute top player.
I'd have him in my team any day.
Yeah, I mean, well, Man United could have had him, but didn't. Right, and then, so he's gone. Burnley 0, Arsenal 3. Yeah. Okay, fair. I think it's a fair point. Burnley, you've got to say, Vincent Kompany looks like a rabbit in the headlights. Every game, he just looks stunned by losing. He just doesn't look right at all. He doesn't look like a Premier League manager at all. Okay, and then he's got Forest versus West Ham. He says, I think Hammers are just going through a bad spell. Forest need a win desperately.
Especially at home.
You really do need a win.
Our home record kept us up last season. This year it's not been very
But he
good.
says, I think the Forest might just edge this game at home. Cool. He's gone Forest 2, West Ham 1. Ooh. Nice one for you there.
Oh,
yeah. Right, Mr. Lover, unfortunately not here today, sent me in his scores and a few notes on it. Right, he's got Newcastle versus Bournemouth. Newcastle aren't having a great season. When you actually look at their figures, they're up, they're down, they lost, they win, they lost, they win.
Not great.
They are so unpredictable. They're losing at home, they're winning at home. They're losing away, they're winning away. You can't predict Newcastle at all. And it's the same with Bournemouth. Bournemouth had a nice little run of wins, but they've really dropped off of late. They're doing the same thing. They are just up and down, winning away, losing away. They just cannot seem to get a run of wins. So he's gone Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 1, which I would say it's a fair result. But it's so difficult to call.
Bournemouth beat Newcastle, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You can't.
That was at Bournemouth, though, wasn't it? So.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like Newcastle can't seem to win.
They don't lose very often at home.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, we all said St James's is a massive fortress, really difficult place to get. But then people are going there and winning.
We beat them there, though.
Exactly that point. That's exactly the point we're trying to make. It was supposed to be the fortress, but no disrespect. Teams like Forest going there and beating them. You shouldn't be beaten. You shouldn't be beaten at home like that.
Accumulation of different things, really.
Yeah.
Injuries, Champions League.
Yeah.
Well,
we always say that, the curse of Europe.
We are saying the curse of Europe. Right, his next game, he's got Spurs versus Wolves. He's got Spurs versus Wolves. Okay.
Good game.
Spurs they're grinding out results, aren't they? They're doing what Liverpool did last year. And what Man United have done for a few years, they just grind out results. They just do what they've got to do. Get it done. Wolves look good. They do look good. They look great going forward. Yeah. And they beat Spurs at home. They beat Spurs in the previous fixture. So this is a tricky game, and it's going to be a tight game. And Carlos, Mr. Lover, he's calling it as a tight game. He's going Spurs 2, Wolves 1.
They love the 2-1 Spurs, don't they?
They do.
It was 2-1 this week. So.
Yeah. Right, Dave, Dino, over to you.
Try and keep me top spot.
You've got Luton versus the mighty Manchester United, and you know it's coming. Yeah. And Everton versus Palace.
I was just going to say about Rosterman. He's picked Forest. I don't want him to get points, but I want Forest to win, innit? That's what he's done it.
Tricky one.
Isn't he? Yeah, clever. Okay, Luton versus Man United. The last 12 games between these, Luton have won none. Been 2 draws and Man United won 10. The last time Luton won, I think, was in the 80s. I know they haven't played them many times, but
before Man United's golden era.
Yeah, so I've gone for Luton 1 because they like to score goals. And that.
They could have.
What with Onana being so good?
Yeah, and Man United 2.
Okay, so Luton 1, Man United 2.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So
and also, I need Luton to stay down there for Forest.
Okay, Everton Palace then.
Yeah, this is another team that's below us. The last 20, Everton have won 9. There've been 8 draws and only 3 Palace wins. The last time Palace won at Everton was 2014.
So 10 years. 10 years. Yeah, 10 years away.
So I'm going to go for a nice draw 1-1.
Okay,
Oh.
you're going for 1-1.
Yeah,
Everton
That's
1,
a tough
Palace 1.
to call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to go 0-0, but I'm not picking 0-0.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Good out. Right. Me, I've got Sheffield, Brighton, and Man City versus Chelsea,
Oh.
which has got to be
Game
game of the week all day. Okay, right. Sheffield's first away win at Luton can't hide just how poor they are. They really are poor. Brighton, though, Brighton are still, they're very hit and miss.
Yeah,
They're
are.
the
Hit
curse
and
of
miss.
Europe.
Yeah.
This is the curse of Europe.
Yeah.
Brighton are really up and down. They winning, losing. So I'm going to go Sheffield 1, Brighton 2. I think Brighton just
Yeah,
edge it.
they-
Just
yeah,
edge
You'd
it.
like to think so.
Yeah.
Okay, right, on to the big game of the week. City versus Chelsea.
Oh.
Oh, now, I know Chelsea won last night. Chelsea looked
Wasn't very
really
convincing, though,
shaky
was it?
to me.
No.
And this is a fact. They've only won 2 matches in a row once, and 3 matches in a row once again this season, and that was over the Christmas type period. And I think City will absolutely batter them. I mean, I say it on the camera. City will absolutely tonk Chelsea. I'm going Man City 5, Chelsea 0. That is, I do. I think Chelsea are going to get absolutely tonked
You've heard it here first.
because they are so poor. Yes, they won at Palace, but I think they can't put 2 wins together.
Do you
They
reckon if
cannot.
that happens, you reckon he's got to get the sack?
Oh,
Pochettino will get the sack.
Yeah.
If City tonk them, like I think they're going to, Pochettino will go. But then again, like you're saying, they're in the cups. They could win the FA Cup, they could win the League Cup, finish in the bottom half of the table and still get Champions League football.
So,
Well, there's just no justice, does
I
there?
just remembered what you said about the sack. The sack
race.
The sack, mate. It didn't happen.
Nobody
one
got the
sacked
sack. Nobody
from that
got the
match,
sack.
did they?
No.
I know it's only last night, but
Yeah, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hodgson could still go.
yeah.
But it hasn't happened yet. It
Yeah.
hasn't happened yet. Right, okay. That's the end of that then. So just remember, maybe you can hit the like and subscribe button. Let us know what you think in the comments. Love it. And we'll look at how we do over the weekend and Monday night.
Another 3 points be nice.
Come on.
I'm not very optimistic.
Have the faith.
I'll give up.
Come on. Roll those dice. Roll those. I think I'm going to buy a big pair of dice. and
3
just
points
roll them.
behind Wayne.
Yeah, I know. One correct score, mate.
Come on.
You are one correct score away from getting off the bottom of the table.
Oh.
That's how close it is in our mini league. Right. So okay, until then, we'll see you next week and we'll sign off with our traditional
Skull!